And like I was saying before, the person I saw on Twitter like about this build. That's how I knew it was coming. And the person who I believe Strelok beat doing that person, I'm pretty sure is GM or GM level because he took out some high level players within the ESL. So, if Strelok can spank GMs and stuff, then I don't really think this diamond has much of a chance. Of course, that's not going to stop him trying. I like how he stayed in the game. He was very resilient, didn't want to give up, wanted to fight till the very end, and that I really respect. But I wonder if we'll see the same again. And of course, he's gone for. Is this one Achelon Precinct? Is it?
Achelon Flats, I believe it's called.
No, there's a few different ones. You got Achelon Flats.
And
Achelon
then you have
Wastes.
Achelon Flats, Achelon Wastes, and that's it, as far as I remember.
No, there's another one. Achelon
Really?
Achelon Flats is the wall version, which obviously didn't have the destructible rocks, or the rock towers. Then this one doesn't have the watchtowers in the center of the map.
Yes?
So it's slightly different. I think it's a different name again. But I could be wrong.
I'm not entirely sure. I think there are only 2 versions of this.
Oh, there is 3, but I don't know if
Wow.
I don't know if the HotS beta version just got renamed or just got remade into this, and it has the same name. But if you remember, there were 4 watchtowers, and then this one only has 2.
In the center, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it just got renamed and remade.
I think it might have. But we do now have the drone scout, so the same mistake will not be made. Of course, Strelok is playing it smart, not going for the proxy, but it looks like he could be going for Reapers based on the gas timing.
Yep, definitely could. The gas will be finishing way before the barracks, so let us see. Gas is finished, and the barracks is about 20 seconds away, 25 seconds maybe away from being done. So he will have about 50 gas by the time the barracks finishes.
Yeah, he went for the 12 gas. You have to have the 12 gas to hit the 50 gas. Or just about. As we can see, he was a little bit late on his gas, so he has to wait for 2 more trips.
There we go. There's the Reaper. The hatch is going down for Kamina.
Yep.
Gas being taken afterwards. Quite standard opening, of course. Pool is being laid down as well, so when the pool finishes, Kamina should have exactly 100 gas to start that link speed straight away, pulling out the drones, of course, so that he can get more mineral intake to build his drones faster and his overlords as well, because there's nothing really that you will be spending your gas on as a Zerg in the following couple of minutes beyond that.
Unless, of course, he does plan on being aggressive, which normally doesn't happen, but it can. And you're right, we have to, once the pool starts, once 100 gas is mined, it's always important to see if he pulls his guys off gas. Sometimes I've seen just 1 left because he might want to beam the nest in a bit if like some 4 racks or 5 racks heavy marine pressure comes. But as we can see, the Overlord does scout the natural where the command center is being laid down. Now the Reaper is in the main, no SCVs joined it, so there is no bunker or anything. Nice save on that single drone, but it looks like this one will go down. Yep, gonna try and make a spine crawler then.
Yep, he's doing just that as the first 2 being produced, and this is what I said, until queens are out, you rely on the Terran messing up his micro. Chasing with 2 drones, that's good, that gives Strelok something to think about, and a nice cancel there on the extractor as well. The Reaper gets away, but there are 2 of them right now, those links will not stand a chance, have to pull back. And we do have the speed on the way. The gas is still being mined, though, but that could have been a mistake by the Zerg.
Well, he actually pulled 2 out, left 1 in gas, and then as soon as the Reaper left, he put 2 guys back on gas. So I think we might see some pressure. Of course, like I said, if he is really is a diamond, then he's gonna kind of have like a defeatist attitude. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to beat Strelok, so I'm just gonna cheese him, which is something which we see a lot in StarCraft. If someone is far superior over you, then you normally only have a way of beating them with cheese or hyper aggression. So I want to see if he goes for anything. It might just be a fast lair or something.
Oh, Strelok is going.
This Roach Warren.
Strelok is going mech, which this Roach Warren is going to be pretty good against. The Overlord scouted has only scouted the natural expansion actually, and Kamina is beginning to stabilize a little bit. Speed is ticking and will be done momentarily. 24 versus 24. That is the harvester count we see. But Strelok, he's going for 3 command centers. He will be taking a 3rd expansion relatively quickly and will start building up Hellions followed by tanks. We'll use the Hellions to pressure and tanks to stay safe.
Interesting. I don't know. There's a reactor coming on to the barracks. So I wonder if he's going to swap it over, but if he is, that's just going to give him a crap ton of Hellions and mines, but no upgrades. But we do have kind of like the Snoop build coming out of Druid's Kamina, which is like 8 or 10 roaches. If you see Reapers, this actually gives a really strong and potent timing against like the follow-up, because normally if you see Reapers, the follow-up is your reactor Hellions and mech and stuff like that, because you have the early gas and all that. So I think that's what's going to happen. The Reaper is at the watchtower at the top, but of course it doesn't cover the center of the map, so these roaches are not going to get spotted until they get to Strelok's base. And there's it's only Hellions, there's no tower, there's no bunker or anything, and there is a tech lab on the rack, so Marauders could be produced. But Strelok's actually going to have a hard time dealing with this.
I think he has. I mean, roaches deal with Hellions pretty well. And to stay safe back home, all Kamina has to do, that's it. Keep a couple of roaches back home to prevent versus Hellion run-bys. A few spine crawlers wouldn't hurt, and in the meantime he can use these roaches to assault the Terran. That's why Strelok is getting a bunker. These roaches might get a couple of good kills in the natural. Meanwhile, we do have Hellions moving into the main of Kamina, doing some decent damage themselves as well, but nice block there by the Queen.
Yeah, that was a really good block, allowing the roaches in the natural to do more damage. It was a good play of Strelok to run to his opponent's base instead of trying to fight with Hellions, which really aren't going to do that much. And he has a lot of SCVs. He's had to build a bunker. He's got a tank pop in, and he has a couple of Widow Mines. So this should stop the roaches from moving up if Druids pays attention. But he is going to get the extra 2 depots at the front, which is very good and good as well. Harvester count is actually in Strelok's favor, so we should hopefully see a lot of drones being produced soon. But he's actually got Bane in there, so he is fully committing to this. He wants to blow up the depot wall.
You know what? I think this might actually work, because there are not that many Widow Mines, and one Widow Mine cannot kill a roach in one hit. So I don't know, just maybe, if Kamina reinforces this properly and just pushes in, takes the hits, he can just about narrowly break through, and here we go, he's going to go ahead and snipe the tank. The Widow Mines do go off though, killing all the Zerglings. This is not what you want to be having, but...
No. So much damage. A lot of units were just killed for the Zerg player. Like, the Widow Mine's just done a crap ton of damage. But he's not going to be able to break the main just yet, unless... Like, that's pretty much what the Banelings are for. But, they take 20 seconds. It's going to be less than 20 seconds until these Widow Mines reactivate, and then, of course, he's going to be stuck taking damage, because he's in the path of one of them. It's about to clear. Get ready. Bam! And a lot of splash damage. Finishes up tank. Now sieging up will deal some extra damage. Zerglings getting vaporized, and again, what the hell is he? They're like under the command center, and they're just taking a beating from this tank. And get ready, it will get cleared up. And now the Zerg, because he produced some drones only at the very end of that, and he's still has 42 supply v70 right now.
Yep, his drone count is not looking all that good, 36 versus 34. The layer is finished, though. Double Evo Chambers are happily researching the +1/+1 upgrades, the Carapace and +1 range. We have additional gases being taken at the natural, but really what the Zerg wanted at this stage, or ideally would want, was a 3rd base and a full saturation, and he doesn't have that.
No, when he just now has 7 larvae as the injects finish up, and I think this attack is actually going to kill him.
Yeah.
Because we just had a large ones produced. He's produced some roaches, but obviously not very many. And, he hasn't had all his injects, so he doesn't have that many larvae. Widow Mines are now borrowing super, because they're going to go for the Queen, maybe. It gets taken out. There is a Overseer that is joining the fight, but it's not really going to be able to do much, as the Marines will take it out, and even maybe the Widow Mines.
Yeah, and without an army, there is nothing to kill those tanks, those Marines, and those couple of Hellbats. Hellbats are quite beefy, as are the tanks, and backed by these Widow Mines, there is actually... And without any detection, there is nothing that can be done about this. The drones are being forced to evacuate the natural. A lot of them fall down in the process, burns to a crisp. The natural will fall as well, and all the roaches in the world cannot save Kamina right now. At least, well, not all the roaches that he's able to produce at the moment.
Yeah, he has next to no economy to actually produce anything. He can only produce like 2 roaches, and this eventually will all get cleaned up, and Strelok will take the win.
Yeah, he will. Meanwhile, on the back of this, he's getting more and more and more factories, but I think he knows that it is not really needed. Well,
yeah,
this is going to be a slow and painful death, but I gotta give it to Kamina. He's sticking with his losses, and he's staying in the game until the very bitter end. Not a lot of players actually have that kind of patience, so kudos to him.
Definitely, and that's, you know, it's very important that you do this, because like a lot of people might think, okay, this is just being a bit bad man now. You know, fair enough. At this point, it's pretty guaranteed that he's not going to win. But it's one of those things, you know, you might think you're behind, or, you know, you might be a base down, you're behind as well, and like, you don't really know what to do, but you stay in the game, and it's like, you can capitalize on your opponent's mistake, you know. And also, like another big thing is, like, sometimes you have to be very careful. You know what HotS always says, like, you know, once you're ahead, get further ahead. But you have to be very careful, because if you let your opponent max out, you know, you do a lot of damage, you take like a third base as the Terra, and then you just play a lot of macro game. If you let your opponent get to max, then you can lose it. And that is something a lot of players have to be very careful of. But
that's true. But this is not the case.
Yeah, this is definitely not the case. You know, the Broodlings now popping as the Bane the Nest gets killed. Everything's getting killed. It's 15 supply via 121.
And once the lair falls, even before that, we see the Grats coming out of Kamina. Strelok advances to the semifinals.